Back at Reeves Auditorium, 160-pound weight class. Stephen Clayton of Callens Hill, the senior, 44-5 on the season, designated by the green. Christopher Coleman of Starr's Mill, the senior, designated by the red, AAA state champion a year ago.
Got a good matchup here. Clayton is wide open. He's going to go full tilt.
Wow, look at that.
He's a strong kid. He likes to get in roll-around situations, which sometimes can be a little treacherous for you and cause heart failure for coaches. But you're going to see a wide open match. Coleman is awful tough. He's, like you said, Matt, a returning state champion. And I'd say the nod probably needs to go to the Starr's Mill wrestler in terms of who might be favored here. They did wrestle back in December, and the Starr's Mill wrestler won that match, about a 10-6 match. So we should have a good rematch here. Nice shot by Clayton. He's in deep. He's trying to get around. He's got to get that foot free, though. The Starr's Mill wrestler, Coleman, grabbed the foot to kind of prevent him from getting around. The referee stopped it due to a potentially dangerous. Here's the shot, in deep. He's got to switch off to that double a little sooner and turn that corner.
Nice move, though.
Very nice shot. That's a good sign for him that he can shoot in and get in deep on those shots. Nice shot by Starr's Mill. Clayton was ready, got the leg back. Coleman trying to work around behind, trying to drag that arm and get behind. Got to get behind your opponent to get control to gain that 2-point takedown. Both got a head and arm tie. Both got their heads buried. Like to break out of that tie and get a fresh start would be preferable. And that's exactly what happens when you don't. Nice.
And there's two for Coleman.
Dumps him to his rear end there and gets a little Navy ride in with that leg up in the air. He likes to work a little tilt series from here. He's talking to Coach Statham. He says he's got a real nice tilt series. See here, he's got that leg up in the air. That's called the Navy ride.
Wow.
Now he's going to kind of settle down on that. If he can elevate the legs, pull the arm across the body, he can settle on that. He ought to be able to pick up some points. Here they come. He's going to pick up some back points here as soon as that referee signals. There it is. There's the signal. Coleman goes into this, the #1 ranked wrestler in the state. Picks up 3 near fall.
5-0 now for Christopher Coleman of Starr's Mill. Just 6.6 seconds left in the period.
That was a big 5-point move. It took a while to get all that, but that gave him a big edge going into the second period. He wants to try to keep that 5-0 lead and not let him score any, which he does.
And the first period is now, well, we still have 0.5 of a second.
Well,
yeah, there it is. That's the end of the period.
All right. Coleman defers and gives a choice to the Callens Hill wrestler, and Stephen chooses down. Stephen is a senior. Coach thought his chance was to keep the match close and have opportunity late in the match to win it. So right now he's got his work cut out for him with that 5-0 deficit. There's almost a big reverse, but Coleman recovers and steps over. Does a great counter job there. There's that Navy ride again, one of his favorites.
He's worked it earlier in the first period to pick up some points.
He's got to elevate. You got to get the legs up higher than the head. He's got him in a high bridge. That ought to be some back points for him. The referee signaled 1 second, but you got to count 2. Watch a little roll through here. He's going to try a little roll through. Watch this little roll up. He gets his leg free to prevent it. Coleman does a good job of recovering and gets back behind again.
Coleman of Starr's Mill with the 5-0 lead.
He's got to get him on the edge there, out of bounds. He'll come back to the center.
49 seconds in the second period.
Stephen on bottom needs to really explode out. He's got to get up off that mat and get to his feet. See what he does off the bottom. Kind of does a sit-out switch series. That's going to keep you down on the mat, not bring you up. He needs to get off that mat. It's not working well for him, and Coleman keeps working that Navy series, which is awful tough to get out of when you got those legs crisscrossed like he has right now. Works that series well. obviously one of his favorites. Working that half in. He's going to pick up some back punts here. There's the signal from the official. He's got at least 2. Now he's got 3. And he's got him in big trouble. Clock might be his best friend right now if he can. High bridge there. It's one of the highest bridges I've ever seen. Got a wrench of the neck there. I believe he's okay though, Matt.
He's shaken up a bit with 3.6 seconds here in the second period, and they're going to add the points in now. There's 3 points to make it 8-0.
Look at this bridge. Now this is something these wrestlers, they work on in practice. This is kind of a drill they work on, so it's not unusual. But to go the way he went, that is unusual. And it was not anything really that the Starr's Mill wrestler was doing. He was just trying to hold him there. It was Stephen trying desperately to get off his back. Kind of placed himself in that position, which fortunately he did. If it had been the other way around, we might have had an injury. Wrestling is actually a very safe sport. Most any move that can injure you is going to be illegal. Quick start. Clayton comes up, but not enough to score.
And that's the end of the period, and a tough hill to climb for Stephen Clayton of Collins Hill as he trails Christopher Coleman of Starr's Mill 8-0 as we go to the final 2 minutes.
He does have his work cut out for him. Coach Ramos very, very high on his young man. He just said he's a great kid, a fighter. He got the FCA program worked at his FCA program, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, at his school this year. Got his whole team involved in that. Led a Bible study. Just a great team leader, and just has been just tickled to have him as a senior leader on his team this year. So, according to Coach Ramos, he's not going to give up. He's going to keep battling all the way to the end because that's just his nature. You got bottom man sitting a little bit, not working real hard, so you might see a warning here for stalling. The referee's going to look at him and say, you got the lead, you need to work too, and not sit there. See if we get any kind of call there. Not coming yet, but top man's kind of signaling to the ref to call it, but sometimes that'll backfire on you. The ref going to hit them both, kind of backfired, so then neither one of you are doing anything. They're both sitting there. Now, if he hits another one, they'll score a point. If they get hit again with a stalling, it'll be a point. Working a little head and arm, little head lever series. What he tries to do there is sit through on it and get his head up underneath. Starr's Mill wrestler has to sit into it and get his hips under and stop that leverage position.
Down to the final 30 seconds.
Coleman's got his hips up now. He's up off the mat. He needs to keep trying to come up. Look for a switch. Here it comes. If he can slip that leg in, he'll reverse position. He's got to slip that leg in a little bit. He can get that leg back. The referee calls a stalemate. It means there's no improvement of position, so he'll stop it and bring him back.
14.6 seconds, all that separates Coleman from his second championship.
There you see Coleman working from underneath, working up. Tries to get around, but doesn't score. Got a false start, so we'll restart here. 14 seconds to go. Coleman still working. Trying to come up. Might score a point here. Trying to get that leg out. He gets one escape right at the buzzer.
And that is going to do it as Christopher Coleman of Starr's Mill defeats Stephen Clayton with that final point, 9-0, to win the 160-pound weight class. And for the senior, wraps up his career with a second